Hello friends, today we will check out a brilliant game which is deservingly called as the game of the 20th century. This game supersedes even Fischer's great victory in the World Championship. This game of the century was played between a strong American player, Donald Byrne, and 13 years old Bobby Fischer. Byrne with white pieces opens knight to f3. Fischer replies with knight to f6. Byrne plays c4, transposing into English opening. After g6, knight to c3, bishop to g7, d4, and castle, Byrne gets the center control. But Bobby is ahead in the development. We have bishop to f4, d5. Bobby challenges white's center. Queen to b3, putting pressure on d5. D takes c4, queen takes c4, c6, e4. White regains the center. Knight b to d7, rook to d1, knight to b6, attacking white queen. Queen goes to c5, bishop to g4. This was a good time for Byrne to catch up on his development with moves like bishop e2, castle. But he goes bishop to g5, moving the same piece twice without good reason. And now Bobby starts his magic on the board, taking advantage of the inaccuracy by Byrne. He goes knight to a4, attacking the white queen. After queen to a3, Bobby finds a brilliant move, knight takes c3. White cannot capture with the queen, as then, after knight takes e4, queen to c1, bishop takes f3, g takes f3, and queen takes a5 check, black has a big advantage. So Byrne captures with b takes c3. We have knight takes e4, bishop takes e7. It appears like white is doing well, forking black queen and rook. However, Bobby was well prepared for this. He goes queen to b6. Now, if white captures with bishop takes f8, then after bishop takes f8, queen to b3, and knight takes c3, white cannot capture knight with queen takes c3 as it runs into bishop to b4, losing the queen. So instead, Byrne plays bishop to c4. After knight takes c3, if white captures queen takes c3, then black can play rook a to e8, winning back the piece with better position. So Byrne goes bishop to c5, attacking Bobby's queen. However, instead of defending the queen, Bobby counterattacks with rook f to e8, check. Byrne moves his king to f1. Here, Bobby has only one brilliant move to keep his advantage going. You can pause the video and try to find this amazing move. If black defends queen with say queen to c7, then white will simply win black knight with queen takes c3. If black counterattacks white queen with say knight to b5, then white has an excellent intermediate move, bishop takes f7 check. After king takes f7, knight to g5 check, king to g8, and queen b3 check, white has the upper hand. So Bobby plays bishop to e6, again offering queen sacrifice, only a brilliant move to keep his advantage. Here, bishop takes f6 would be a critical blunder due to queen b5 check, bishop to c4, queen takes c4 check, king to g1, knight e2 check, king f1, knight g3 check, king to g1. And now can you find the move? Yes, queen f1 check, rook takes f1, and knight e2 with a beautiful smothered checkmate. So white's best practical try would have been queen takes c3, after queen takes c5, d takes c5, bishop takes c3. Black would still have advantage, but it would have been better than the actual game. In the game, pawn captures black queen with bishop takes b6. Fischer goes bishop takes c4 check. We have king to g1, knight e2 check, king to f1, knight takes d4, king to g1, knight e2 check, king to f1, knight c3 check. Fischer sets a fantastic example of windmill tactical pattern. King to g1, a takes b6. As the dust settles, even though white is materially 1 point up, Fischer has a very superior position due to active pieces. White cannot defend the rook on d1 due to backrank issues. So Burn goes queen to b4, attacking bishop on c4, which is like a thorn in his neck. Fischer counterattacks white queen with rook to a4. After queen takes b6, knight takes d1, Fischer is up materially as well. We have h3, Burn clears his backrank issue. Rook takes a2, king h2, knight takes f2. Black has now rook, bishop pair and 3 pawns for the queen. Clear 5-point advantage in terms of material. Rook to e1, rook takes e1. Exchanging rooks is good for Fischer. Queen d8 check, bishop f8, knight takes e1, bishop to d5. Fischer puts his bishop on an excellent outpost, controlling the long diagonal. Knight to f3. Fischer can exchange bishop with knight, but he wants to keep his strong bishop, so he goes knight to e4. Queen to b8, attacking b7 pawn. b5. Burn tries flank attack with h4, but Fischer closes the h file with h5. We have knight to e5, king to g7, unpinning the bishop on f8, king to g1, bishop c5 check, king to f1, knight g3 check. White king is under siege by black pieces. King to e1. Can you find the forced checkmate? It is bishop b4 check, king to d1, bishop b3 check, king to c1, knight e2 check, king to b1, knight c3 check, king to c1. And now there are two ways to checkmate. One is bishop a3 checkmate and the other is rook c2. Fischer chooses rook to c2 checkmate. With this brilliant victory, 13-year-old Bobby Fischer became a star in the chess world. Later, he went on to achieve many great milestones like US Championship, World Championship, etc. Hope you enjoyed this game, which truly deserves to be Game of the Century. Please click subscribe button to watch more such exciting instructive games. Bye and take care.